Okay, it's the beginning of September. You've been occupying the old town and the center and Joliborge in the northern suburb for a month, since the second day of August. And now you've got to get out. The Germans are closing in and they're destroying street by street of the old town. They're starting to cut you off. How are you going to get out? Well, the preferred way of communication was the canals or the sewer system. Look, this was where the entrance was to the sewer system that they used to escape. And here's a map of how you would get out, right? So you could go to Platz Bankowy, which is just up here, just on the edge of the old town where the office of the mayor is. And or you could go on to the center of town, near where the Centrum Roundabout and Jerusalem Avenue is, right? Or you could go north to Joliborge, and actually near where I live, Ulica Kraszinskiego. I know the neighborhood well. That's actually where the Warsaw Uprising started. It's a long way. It's a long way slogging through waist-high, refuse, excrement, you name it, waste. Not only unsanitary, not only difficult to breathe, but very, very slow. And the whole time you're going along, the Germans are dropping gas canisters down, grenades, because they know that it's being used to escape. So one of the most treacherous possible situations, not to mention claustrophobic, paranoid, any words you want to, horrible, nightmarish scenes you can possibly imagine is taking place. Now, there's a very good film that addresses this subject. It's by Andrzej Wajda, and the film is called Canal. He made 3 films. He made Ashes and Diamonds, he made Generation, and he made Canal. And Canal is about particularly how these routes, these sewers, were used as routes for communication and for escape. There are poignant scenes. It starts with a devastated Warsaw, an overview of the devastation of Warsaw. And then you begin to get into the lives of the various insurgents. It's a must-see to really understand. I recommend all 3 films. And not just me, but any film critic of European cinema of the 1950s will tell you these are 3 great films. Not just important films, but great films, well-made, exciting, and gut-wrenching in many cases. Very emotional. Particularly this film, because of the nature of the desperation of the characters that you identify with. You see, it's hard to identify, for us to identify standing on a street corner today with those people. You'd have to go to Ukraine and be in the middle of that, or be on the edges of that to understand. But if you watch the beauty of certain films, particularly Canal in this case, The Pianist, about people hiding in the ruins of Warsaw. We'll talk about that another time. But if you watch this film, you will get a sense of what it must have been like. Heartbreaking film, heartbreaking situation, and watch the film for more about that. So you could escape from here to the center is that way. It's pretty close. Platz Bankowy is only maybe, it's not even half a kilometer. Call it a little over 500 meters, 400 meters anyway. But to get to Joliborge, that's a long way. I mean, you would be going through several kilometers of sewer to get there. And the only reason they were able to do it is because there was a drought. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to use the sewers. But there happened to be a drought, beautiful hot weather in that August, which made the levels of the water drop and made communication possible for the insurgents escaping from the old town. See you tomorrow night.